Alright, hello everyone, here we are. I'm going to do Titan ball for this one. I'm also going to put Big Dog on. It's going to give me a little bit extra distance. And it'll make this a little bit harder. But keep in mind that I'm still going to keep quarterback. We don't really need length here. It's really not a big deal breaker not having it. But if I can put on a Titan Big Dog combination, then I'll still easily be able to pull off this hole, no question. But do pay attention, if you want to check out my other way of playing this, launching it to this other fairway can also, have its own benefits, but you can also end up pushing yourself behind the tree slightly. So, you do got to be a little bit careful with this approach. And also, make sure especially with the extra accuracy loss, that you make sure that you land in the fairway. And, well, that's actually perfect. So you can see that my opponent didn't, and it just kind of goes short anyway. I'll be able to still get it out, at least to where my opponent just hit it. So another thing that I'll usually do is I'll usually curl it significantly, kind of get a good angle going. So here you'll see what I'm doing. Maybe about 4 or 5 rings here. A little bit of curl. Well, maximum curl. And you can see that it just kind of aggressively gets over here towards the left-hand side, creates a nice angle. I'm not in the shields of the tree there, and I actually outdrove my opponent too. So, it can be a reasonable approach doing it that way. You do have to, watch your curl a little bit. Keep in mind where I was landing on the fairway on the first hop. If I was to try to do that on the left of the fairway, I would probably run into the rough. So you do got to watch how much you're curling based on your landing zone on that fairway. But with the Big Dog on here, we should have, we won't have very much ball guide, but we'll have a very good easy attempt to, at the very least, especially with perfect ball, we'll still be able to give this a pretty good run here. So what I usually do, maybe, right around 1 bar of topspin or so. You can see what I'm kind of doing with my aim here, where I'm aiming, and you can see how the second hop's very near the fringe. So that will be key. And, 2.5 per ring is about my accuracy. So I'm probably only going to go about here for the wind, less than 2 rings. And as I mentioned, with Big Dog's accuracy, you're going to have to hit perfect ball if you want a chance for the hole out. If you miss perfect ball, you're still going to have a decent putt at it. Let's see if I put enough topspin on that. Looks like I might have just left it short. But you can see that it just rolls out, gives yourself a very good chance. If you can just kind of copy my landing zone, and that just kind of reiterates to you that, especially when you watch my guides, you really don't need the ball guide. It's kind of a luxury to have. Obviously, it makes you more precise, but you can't just, go off and say, oh, well, he has more ball guide than I have, so I can't do that shot. You still can. You just use that second and third bounce. That's the best trick and advice I can give you to your rounds, is just make sure that you're still using, my second and third hops, and just copy the spins. So even if you're not using Big Dog, if you can copy that land zone, and you can copy my spin on that land zone, even with the sniper, the only difference is, one, I can see the ball guide, and it will roll out like that, and the other I can't. So that's really the only big difference. It's all about copying the spins, copying the land zones, copying, those second and third hops, making sure that you're being very precise with the way that you're putting the positioning. So good luck with this guide. Hopefully you found it useful, guys. Let me know how it goes, and good luck in your tournament.